So, what are you all planning to do to die?
Well, I drink.
Oh, what are we gonna do today? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Today we're going to be doing the lessons. I'm going to be passing down the vast amounts of knowledge and wisdom that I've acquired over the years to my good friend Dougie here. I want to pass it down to the next generation, basically. And there's nothing special about Dougie, obviously. He's just like any other hayseed kind of guy, really. But he's going to serve as a good receptacle for me to basically pass down everything that I know to the next generation. Basically, I'm going to be like a father to him, and I'm taking him under my wing, and yeah, you can think of me, Dougie, as your own Darth Vader.
Did you say dearth?
I've never been able to prove this to anyone. I don't think I ever will, but I have a theory that Star Wars is actually a true story. I want you to think about Ernest Hemingway.
What about him?
Well, he wrote the book on fatherhood.
You did?
Yeah, The Old Man.
And the sea?
Something like that.
I don't think that was about a father.
Well, that's not the point. The point, Dougie, is that I'm going to be, I'm trying to be like Ernest Hemingway.
I thought he was an awful dad.
I'm Arthur Peabody. You may know me from my award-winning Netflix documentary, Ants Are Our Friends. Market research revealed the most watched part of Ants Are Our Friends was the segment explaining ant mating rituals. This later inspired me to go in a different direction for my next documentary and pursue a different subject, humans and their mating rituals, which nowadays involve apps and other online rituals which remain strange to me and also intriguing at the same time. I was put in touch with a fellow named Charly through a mutual friend and began meeting up to hang out. However, I was unprepared for Charly's dynamic personality. Subsequently, the subject matter of my documentary began to change.
Well, yeah, I guess this whole thing really started when a good friend of mine, SimCity Timmy, they called him that because he was in a coma for 6 years, and when he woke up, he said that, he thought he was playing SimCity the whole time. He had this whole, other world built up, a whole other reality, a wife and kids and everything. He was actually a grandpa at that point. But anyways, the point is, SimCity Timmy put me in touch with Peabody here because Peabody was doing this documentary on people who have long distance relationships, and I've been communicating with this lovely woman in Alaska for several years now. And anyways, the whole thing kind of shifted to be about about me and Dougie here.
After some cursory investigation, I found out that Charly's so-called girlfriend in Alaska was in fact an AI designed to extract as much money and information as possible from anyone foolish enough to part with it. After some deliberation, I made the decision to not tell Charly about this at all. I believed that would set a good example of journalistic integrity. And now, Charly, if you're watching this, I'm sure you're upset with me, and I understand why, because you did lose a tremendous sum of money. But believe me, this small act of deception on my part results in a much better documentary.
The thing is, I realized recently that I've really accumulated and sort of acquired a lot of information, knowledge, and wisdom about how to stay happy in this crazy old world. And I just kind of realized, I'm probably not going to get around to having kids. It just doesn't look like it's going to happen. I've got too many artistic projects that I have in the works that are, at this rate, I'm probably not going to get them done before I pass on to the next realm.
Curiously, when I once asked Charly if he planned to give all his money to Douglas when he died, he told me this: all his money was going to help save the habitats of endangered lizards in Alaska.
But anyways, the thing is, I realized, it's kind of a shame because I kind of have figured out a lot. I've pretty much figured out everything, and I've kind of reached this state of being like a Zen master, and sort of enlightened, and I just felt like it was too bad I didn't have somebody to pass it on to. But well, anyways, that all changed because I met Dougie. I was actually, when I met him, I was just standing outside the corner store, and he came out with this 12-pack of bottles of beer, and he just tumbled. He took a fall and smashed most of the bottles when he fell on them. But he was all pissed off about it and yelling and swearing, and so I went in at that point to pretend to be helping to get the bottles that didn't break for him, but actually I stuck one of them in my pocket when nobody was looking there, and so I kind of got to know him.
If only Douglas Rayborn had never tripped over the steps outside the bodega as he exited with his beer, his life never would have begun to resemble that of Dorian Gray. And this picture here never would have been made.
And then, a few days later, I was thinking I really wanted to put up this tarp out here on the porch because it's too sunny, and I didn't want to do it myself because it's kind of dangerous climbing up on the ladder there. But then I saw him smoking a cigarette there on the street, and I asked him if he'd help me out, and he was actually a really nice guy about it, and I could kind of tell that he was sort of lacking some direction in life, and so we got to talking. I was telling him about all my crazy experiences over there at the bodega, and he was really listening. So I started thinking to myself, well, gee, this is probably as close as I'm ever going to get to having a son, right here, this Dougie guy. So that was it for me. I kind of had an epiphany, and yeah, that was it. That changed everything. And I just decided, why not just ask him how he'd feel about, letting me pass on my legacy to him.
Hey, Dougie, how would you feel about letting me adopt you as sort of like a son?
You mean a...
Oh, you ever see Ernest Saves Christmas?
Oh, I love Ernest Hemingway. Come on, Fern.